Two pals from Bolton have been jailed after attempting to claim a £4 million scratch card win. Mark Goodram and John Watson both attempted to use someone else's card details to buy the winning scratch card from a Waitrose store in the Clapham area of London. The pair had travelled down to the capital on April the 22nd, 2019 to beg, as there was no money to be made in their hometown. Their jackpot joys soon turned to despair as Camelot, the company that operates the National Lottery, uncovered their fraud. Watson, who's 34 years old, excitedly ran Camelot before passing the phone to Goodram. An operator asked for his bank details so that the money could be transferred, but when the 38-year-old let slip that he did not have an account, it raised suspicions about how the scratch card was bought. The next day, an investigator from Camelot called Stephen Long ran Goodram back and asked him about the card used to make the purchase. Goodram told him that it belonged to a friend named John who owed him money but could not confirm the man's surname or where he lived. They later hired a celebrity lawyer, Henry Hendron, to try and get Camelot to release the £4 million, which was held pending the outcome of the investigation. Camelot's investigation was eventually passed to the police when they found that the scratch card had been bought fraudulently using card details belonging to a man named Joshua. Investigations also found that they had used the same card details to buy £90 worth of goods from a Londis in Clapham. Along with the winning scratch card, the pair also used the details to buy 4 other scratch cards and other items totaling £70 from Waitrose. Another one of the scratch cards had a prize of £10 and the man successfully claimed this in store. It's believed that the victim of this fraud, Joshua, received the fraudulently spent money back from his account. So the prosecutor described this case as very unusual and added there was very little prospect of success, but that is due to the rigorous checks of Camelot rather than anything done by the defendants. Both men were on licence at the time of their crimes and were arrested and interviewed in March 2020. Whilst on bail, Goodram committed 2 further offences when he failed to show up at court, and he was eventually arrested last Monday and remanded in custody. The court heard that when officers attended at the house he was in, Goodram tried to hide behind the sofa. So Goodram has 24 convictions for 48 offences, while Watson has 74 convictions for 143 offences. Both men have extensive criminal records for dishonesty. The defence barrister said that Goodram had a long-standing addiction to drugs and alcohol and that he is essentially homeless. And Watson's lawyer said this was fantastic money, almost monopoly money. When that figure popped up, they were in total disbelief. Both men were jailed for 18 months after pleading guilty to 3 counts of fraud. Goodram was given an extra month for breaching his bail, taking his total sentence of 19 months. The recorder, Sarah Johnston, said, "You must have thought all your Christmases had come at once. Camelot went instinctively and instantaneously suspicious of the tale you told. You had the audacity to plead your sentence of injustice in the national newspapers, subsequent to the fraud being uncovered. You were acting together throughout." She added the intended loss was not of Camelot. It wasn't to Joshua. The loss was to the next rightful law-abiding customer who was to go into that Waitrose store in Clapham and purchase that scratch card. For that unidentifiable individual, fate has twisted at the last minute and deprived them of a life-changing sum of money. This type of offending is serious. It is rooted to greed and a total lack of respect for the property of others. You both have appalling records for dishonesty and theft, and I have no doubts that both of you will continue to offend in dishonest ways in the future. Absolute madness, guys. Check that out. Imagine winning £4 million on the National Lottery, and then your thoughts from going 0 to 100 as quick as that Bugatti that you're thinking about, and then it gets taken away from you. That's karma right there.